Welcome to Mi Keamcha Yisrael. Is there anything that Torah values so deeply that it would demand we risk everything to protect it? Even our safety, our dignity, and our pride? Parashat Vayigash answers that question, and it doesn't do it gently. Yosef is seconds away from revealing himself. It's not a reunion, it's a reckoning. The brothers who sold him, the brothers who destroyed his youth, standing in front of him helpless, and Yosef does something that defies instinct. He sends everyone out. No guards, no Egyptians, and no protection. Chazal stop us cold. Why would Yosef do that? One brother could have easily attacked him. One moment of rage and Yosef would have not survived. Why take the risk? Because Yosef understood something that's terrifying in its clarity. There are moments when humiliating another human being is worse than dying. Chazal don't soften this idea. They don't negotiate with it. They say, better for a person to throw himself into a fiery furnace than to embarrass another publicly. That's not poetry. That is Torah law. Yosef HaTzadik lived it. He chose danger over disgrace. He stood exposed to his brothers who could not be exposed. This is kavod abriot in its most extreme and most uncomfortable level. And if we think this standing belongs only to giants of Torah, to Yosef HaTzadik, the Torah refuses to let us escape that easily. Because the same test appears in much smaller rooms, sometimes in a classroom. In a local Brooklyn yeshiva, there was a rebbe teaching a 5th grade class. Not an easy class, sharp boys, restless, always hovering near the edge. And one afternoon, they crossed the line, and the rebbe turned slowly to the blackboard and wrote down several names. No anger, no lecture. He turned back and he said quietly, after class, you boys stay. Every boy lucidly understood what that meant. That kind of shame doesn't stay in school. It follows you home. Then the door opened. The head principal walked in unexpectedly and announced a surprise quiz. He stood at the front of the room, his back to the blackboard, completely unaware. And behind him, the rebbe made a decision. He began pacing slowly, deliberately, and every time he passed the board, his jacket brushed ever so gracefully against the chalk, once, again, and again. White dust smeared the fabric, the names blurred, the letters disappeared. The rebbe never turned around. By the time the quiz ended, the blackboard was clean. The principal thanked the class and left. Only then did the boys look up. The rebbe's jacket was ruined, chalk ground into the wool, impossible to miss, impossible to undo. He dismissed the class without a word because in that classroom, our hero rebbe decided something irreversible. If shame was going to exist, it would belong to him. Not to the children, not in public, not ever. And many years later, one of those boys shared, and I quote verbatim, without alteration and interpretation, Rebbe, I learned more about Torah from that jacket from anything the Rebbe ever taught in class over the next 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Yosef risked his life to protect dignity. The 5th grade Rebbe ruined his jacket to protect his Talmidim. Different rooms, different stakes, the same Torah. Because dignity is not preserved by words, it's preserved by sacrifice. Every one of us will stand in moments like this, moments where we can protect ourselves or protect someone else. Moments when we can expose or absorb the cost ourselves. We all own a jacket. Our pride, our reputation, our comfort, our certainty that we're right. And the Torah asks a question that allows no escape. What are you willing to destroy so another human being isn't destroyed? One day, everyone will be clear. No audience, no explanations, no justifications. And we will not be asked how convincing we were, how correct we felt. We will be asked one thing only: when it cost you something. Did you protect my children's dignity or your own? Because there are moments when truth can be spoken and moments when it must be withheld. Moments when the room must be cleared, and the moments when the jacket must be destroyed. Not because it's easy, it's certainly not easy, but because kavod demands it. May Boray Olam give us the courage to choose dignity over victory, silence over exposure, and honor even when it costs us everything. Shabbat Shalom and Umevorach.